Now I'm very happy to say 19 minutes past 11 we can welcome into the studio Tim Wheeler from Ash and singer Emmy the Great as well. Tim and Emmy, you're on opposite sides of me, which kind of swivels my head.
You're going to have a sore neck. But
very rarely happens.
Yeah.
But lovely to see you both, and thanks very much for coming in. Tim, I haven't seen you in years.
Yeah, it's been a few years.
It has. What's the last we heard you were living in New York?
That's why I'm still there. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Been there 6 years now.
6 years?
Yeah.
What's it like over there for you?
Oh, I love it. I guess it's just a very anonymous, like, chilled lifestyle. It's great, and it's such a buzzing city. I've always been very inspired by it. So
yeah, it's amazing.
To live there, I walk out of my apartment every day and just, feel like I'm in the centre of the world, so I love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What about the rest of the lads in Ash? Do you see them?
Yeah. Well, Mark lives in Hoboken, and so he's that's just in New Jersey over the river, actually, from New York. And Rick lives in Scotland, in Edinburgh. But we're pretty much constantly touring. Maybe the most that would go by without us playing would be like a couple of months.
Okay.
So we've been doing loads of stuff.
Great, thank God.
Yeah,
One of the great bands. I'm very sad if Ash were no more.
That's right, yeah.
But I thought when you went to New York, that's certainly going to make it more interesting for you to rehearse and stuff.
Yeah. Well, we've got a studio there, so that's what Rick sort of comes over and works, Okay. We've done a lot of big projects recently, so it's
great.
Good.
Look forward to hearing more about them. So how did this happen? How did you and Emmy hook up?
Yeah.
Don't give me this hold up in the snow story, lads, please.
Come on. It's true. I've actually got a blog online because I realised people would think it was just a big spin. But
we were holed up in the snow. How many albums have started with the line, we were holed up in the snow? We don't believe it anymore.
Well, I have a blog that I wrote the day after Tim left, made it out, and it's online. So.
Yeah. So it's definite it happened.
It did happen. It's actually a really sweet blog because I refer to him as my date.
How nice.
Yeah,
who wouldn't leave.
Yeah. It was good as well. It was that terrible weather last year.
Yeah.
Last Christmas. So
and you genuinely got trapped somewhere. Together.
Yeah. So we started writing we wanted to write songs together for a while, and being sort of Christmas, we thought, let's have a crack at this. Because I've always wanted to do Christmas songs, but I just never, unless you're in a frame of mind, it's an impossible thing to start.
They're a strange thing, Christmas songs, aren't they? Because on the one hand, they're regarded as naff by a lot of people. But on the other hand, when you get it right, some of the best albums, we're obviously going to mention the Phil Spector Christmas album.
Yeah. Which is Brian Wilson's favourite album.
Is it really?
Yeah. Which is just a great fact,
I've had a few Brian Wilson moments since I last saw you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Spectacular.
Did you see him perform?
I've interviewed him a few times now.
Wow.
And I'm so not on his radar.
Yeah.
And I spent an hour with him one night.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, he said, "Good night now, microphone guy."
Yes. That's just how he sees the world. It's like clouds and balloons and a man with a microphone.
That's him.
Yeah.
That's him. And then his most recent was, I said, "Could you say, you're Brian Wilson? I do a music show on Sunday. It's called Surfs Up after one of his albums."
Yeah.
And I said, "Say you're Brian Wilson. You're listening to Tom Jones' Surfs Up." So he said, "You're listening to Tom Jones, Surfs Up." And he maintained that. There was no getting it to change.
He must have thought Tom Jones had done a cover of Surfs Up,
or he was talking to Tom Jones.
Yeah.
In his world with the balloons.
Yeah.
Was he touring his Disney album?
Yes, he was. No. Sorry, the Gershwin album.
Gershwin.
Yeah, he was doing that.
Fantastic.
So the songs are brilliant. It's a great album.
Thank you.
And did the songs just fall out, or?
Very naturally. I think in those few days we were snowed in, we came up pretty much like 4.
Yeah, like almost half the record.
Yeah. And so then we did little very basic demos, but we played them to people and they were like, "Oh, this is brilliant." So that encouraged us enough to actually have a crack at. So we went to a studio in New York, and this is a great thing about having your own studio. You can sort of take chances and do things that are just wild cards, like Christmas records. And so we did 5 songs, and then once we sent them around and we got label interest, so we were like, okay, we'll do a full album here. But then we had the deadline of Christmas that doesn't move.
Yes, that isn't a move.
We had to finish them in September, really.
Right.
Yeah.
They sound brilliant. The two voices work great together, and you must share a similar pop sensibility, do you?
Big time, yeah.
I think so. Yeah. I never had to explain to him what I meant when I said I think it should sound like a girl group, or I think this should sound surfy. There was no difference in what we think those words mean.
Yeah. I think we can. Yeah, we see like a lot of. We do have a lot of similar influences as well. All that 60s girl group stuff, or the real pure pop stuff. So yeah,
music to your ears.
Yeah.
Hearing all that.
We share a melodic sensibility.
Great.
Yeah,
you might do more together, perhaps. Would you?
Perhaps, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe.
Sort of next on our radar is probably like return to our side projects. So Ash and Emmy the Greats and
very good.
Yeah.
So you're gonna do a song for us now. Do you know what? Tell you before you start this. This came in as a single, right? I put it on, no vocals on it.
Really? You got the instrumental?
Vocals. I did, yeah.
How did you get the... Well, I don't have the
Don't know how it happened. Probably a collector's item now, I'd say. And I literally thought, that's incredible. Two vocalists, and they decided not to put vocals on the single.
That's what I think.
How brave of them.
It's sort of like this, make your own song now, It's like
exactly. I can write my own lyrics to it.
Whatever you want it to be, it can be.
Great.
Yeah.
Right, you're going to do...
Home for the Holidays.
Home for the Holidays.
Don't be surprised if there's no vocals on it.
Tim and Emmy. There will be.
I can't believe it's been another year. Did you ever write that book? Did you ever make it out of here? I put my jacket on, the one I always used to wear, in your family's garage, before you cut your hair.
Is it me, or was it something that I should have told you? I walk these old familiar streets, it makes me wanna hold you. I pass the corner and the cinema we used to go to, it feels like nothing's changed.
Home for the holidays again. I can't believe it's been another year. Did you ever write that book? Did you ever make it out of here? I call your parents just to see if you're in town. I guess it's just this time of year. You're on my mind. Let's meet up for a drink on the old park bench, in the place we almost kissed, where we hid our cigarettes.
Is it me, or was it something that I never told you? I walk these old familiar streets, it makes me wanna hold you. I pass the corner and the cinema we used to go to, I wonder if you've changed.
Home for the holidays again. I can't believe it's been another year. Did you ever write that book? Did you ever make it out of here?
I call your parents just to see if you're in town.
I guess it's just this time of year. You're on my mind. Is there something here? Or is it just this time of year?
Is it me, or was it something that I never told you?
It feels like nothing's changed.
Absolutely brilliant. That is fantastic. It's been so long since I've been in the studio with you playing guitar.
I know.
It's wonderful. Wonderful. It was every day. Emma, beautiful voice you have. Have you any new stuff coming out? Or you've...
I had put a record out this year, and we're probably going to do a deluxe edition in March.
Oh, the wonderful deluxe edition.
Yeah, it's like a... We've done it for our old album too. It works really well because you can come back, you can sort of like reinsert some of the ideas you had after the album into the album.
The songs change, they can get better as you play them live.
You feel different,
There's always those certain tunes that you're like,
you wish you'd put on,
you left off the album.
And it's fun because the internet now means that you can access your fans, so it's an opportunity to like do more fun stuff with them online and stuff.
Great. Well, that album is sensational. This Christmas album is wonderful. So hopefully maybe there'll be more from the two of you. The voices work brilliantly together. It's a joy. Tim, Emmy, thanks very much. Lovely seeing the two of you. This is Christmas. The album's called.
Yes,
Simple
as
that.
Christmas,
you couldn't get a better album this year. Head out and buy it.